Now, a few minutes ago, you mentioned golf. When I think of Dauphin Island, I think of going and renting a beach house. I think of fish and rodeo. Think of the fort. I've never really thought of golf as being associated with Dauphin Island. Talk about how is the golfing on Dauphin Island?
Well, we've got the Isle Dauphin Golf Club, and it's been there since 1960. It's an integral part of the community. It's owned and operated by the Dauphin Island Property Owners Association, who owns a lot of property on the island. And the reason you don't think about it, I guess, because if you don't know it's there, you can easily go by it because it sits at the end of Orleans Drive. It's on the Gulf front side. It's a great scenic layout course, sort of a link-style course. It's an 18-hole, what we call championship course, par 72. And it's just a facility that, by the way, I've worked at all my life. It's the only place I've ever worked in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I've worked there over, pushing 35 years at this point. It's the only place I've ever worked in my life. Not too many people can say they've only worked at one place in their whole life, but I have. But it's a great place. It's a nice addition to the island. It gives that extra element. As you said, most people like to come to the island to go fishing and swimming and going to the beach and those type of things, but there is a golf course there, and there's a certain segment of the population that likes to do that, and we're there to offer that service.
Now, you've worked there your entire life. I'm sure there have had to been lots of challenges for the golf course with the kind of weather you get with Dauphin Island, with hurricanes, tropical storms, even just strong storms.
Well, it definitely, as it is, one of the beauties of the course is to have it right along the Gulf of Mexico. It also puts us in the front line when you get hurricanes coming through. So, yeah, we've had to deal with a lot of those. I would say of the hurricanes I've dealt with, Hurricane Frederick in '79 was by far the worst we had to deal with. And, of course, we've, as we have as a community, we've done so as a course. We know how to recover from those, and the course is in good shape right now. We've got a new membership available that we'd like people to know about, and it's simply a $300 for the whole year of 2011, $300 greens fee, unlimited use, and just pay for your cart when you come. So it's an opportunity we've put together that we've never done before, so we want people to take advantage of it. Okay,
and now at the golf course, you've been working there your entire life. Do you teach people to play golf?
Well, I try. Yeah, I do, and that is a part of my profession as a PGA member. I've been a PGA member since 1993, and yes, sir, I do give lessons. We have tournaments there, and that's another thing. We host private tournaments. We do company picnics and parties. The other part, in association with the golf course, we've got about a mile of beachfront. We've got a swimming pool. We've got the clubhouse that we have. A lot of people decide to get weddings, company parties, family outings. So it's a good all-around facility for the family.
Now, will you, if somebody comes out there for golf lessons, will you talk politics if they want to? If they want to talk politics with the mayor of Dauphin Island, will you allow some of that while you're teaching?
If they bring it up, yeah. When you're giving a golf lesson, sometimes a little distraction is good.
Now, can anyone learn to play golf?
Well, golf,
as long as they've got their two arms and two legs, and they can see. Can somebody learn to play golf even if they're not particularly athletic?
I would say the answer is yes. And, of course, there's a lot of different levels of playing golf. That can be as much as hitting a ball to the other end of the spectrum, which is a player that you see on the tour. So, yeah, there's all different levels, and everybody has to kind of seek their own level. But I've been pretty successful in getting people to they've never played before in their lives to turn in to be able to get out there and have fun at it. And that's really what it's all about. Whether you shoot a low score or not, it's that challenge and that competition and getting out there and enjoying what nature has to offer.
Who learns faster, men or women?
Well, I don't know that it breaks down that way. I think it really ends up being more of, as you touched on, their makeup, their history. There's a lot of things that go into that, so I don't think it's necessarily a gender thing.
How quick can someone learn and get reasonably good? How long does it take?
Well, again, it depends on their lifestyle. It depends on if they've been athletic in the past. A lot of these things go into it. But I've seen some people get fairly good fairly quickly. I'm talking in a matter of weeks or maybe months. I've had some that you work with for a long period of time and they hardly show much improvement. So it's a wide spectrum. Golf is a difficult sport. There's no question about it. I don't mislead people and say, oh, it's easy, anybody can do it, because it's not. There's so many variables in the game of golf, whether it's physical or whether it's equipment, personality. All of these things enter into golf, and so it's a difficult sport, but it's certainly one that folks enjoy because, again, you get out and enjoy nature and get away from it all.
Spending a lifetime in golf, what are some of the places that you've enjoyed playing at the most, aside from your own place?
Well, I think I have enjoyed playing there the most. We did a lot of the pro-ams here back a number of years ago. Honestly, I don't get to play that much anymore. A lot of other duties involved with running the club itself and taking care of the town, doing those type of things. But actually, one of the local courses I like the best is Rock Creek. I really enjoy the layout on Rock Creek. Earl Stone was the architect of that particular course, and several others, being the Peninsula and Timber Creek and a few others. And I just like Earl's approach to golf. He builds it for the average player, and yet it is competitive enough that no matter which tee you play from, you can have your own competition. So I think something as simple as there's a lot of good local courses to play on, and fortunately ours is one of them.
What about when you've traveled? Best course you've played on outside the area?
Well, actually, I haven't done a lot of traveling. We started out this conversation saying, how often do you get off of Dauphin Island? And so, most of my golf has been within the southeast region, quite frankly. And I mean, I've gone down as far as the Panama City area to that direction. But quite frankly, there are a lot of good courses right here locally that I enjoy playing.
Now, from spending a lifetime in golf, I'm sure you've seen the full spectrum of human emotion displayed on the golf course. Have you ever had to call the authorities to have somebody removed from the course because they've lost their mind playing golf?
Fortunately not. The one thing I did have, I had a lady that came to me one time, and she was an avid tennis player, and she was a good tennis player. And, we got out there and had some small talk and went over some general quick things and teed the ball up and gave her a club and said, okay, take a swat at it. And she took 15 or 20 swats at it and never did touch the ball, and she got so frustrated, and she says, I just can't believe this. I can play tennis and hit a ball moving 100 miles an hour, but this one's just sitting there and I can't hit it. So, yeah, there's a wide range of emotion on the golf course, and you can hear colorful language from time to time, but after all, it is challenging, and it's a personal challenge, and we enjoy getting out there.
All right. He's the mayor of Dauphin Island. We'll be back with more with the mayor of Dauphin Island in just a moment. We have a few minutes left here with the mayor of Dauphin Island, Jeff Collier. Telephone number is 479-2723 if you have a question about Dauphin Island or about golf. And let's see, how far are we away from Dauphin Island Mardi Gras parades?
Mardi Gras actually kicks off every year on Dauphin Island. We start the season out. Our Crew de la Dauphin will be kicking off on February the 5th this year, and they go from the Sea Lab to the school. I think the parade starts at 1 o'clock, and then the following week on the 12th, the Island Mystics will roll as well, and they do a great job. I tell you, the Crew de la Dauphin, and being the first group, they have a huge parade. We get a tremendous amount of people, going back to talking about whether we want folks coming to the island. I mean, this is a situation where we have as many as 30 to 40,000 people there for these parades, and we're glad to have them. It's a great opportunity for them to come and see what we have to offer.
Now, what is there to do? I know there's the Mardi Gras parade. You've got the first one there on February 5th. What else is there to do on Dauphin Island this time of year? We know about the golf. We've talked about the golf. Mm-hmm. What else?
Well, you've got the Sea Lab, the Estuarium is there, Fort Gaines is there, but of course the beaches are there. I think the natural resources that we have, birding is big business on Dauphin Island if you're a bird watcher or like to come over and enjoy that. But mainly, like I said, people like to come to the island just to kind of do nothing. I mean, to come and sit and soak up the ambiance and sit around and enjoy what Mother Nature has to offer, and I think that's one of our key points that we have.
That sounds good. Soaking up the ambiance sounds great. Hello there. Good morning.
Good morning. I wanted to ask the mayor something. Last time I was out at Dauphin Island, we walked over to the pier over there, and of course it's landlocked because Dauphin Island is joined to Pelican Island, I believe. And we walked out on that beach onto Pelican Island, which is a very long walk going out into the Gulf. Is that still available for the public to walk? Because that was an outstanding walk.
Well, it is, and as you mentioned, the Pelican Island, some call it Sand Island, just kind of ran into us here just within the last year or so, and unfortunately it kind of rendered the fishing pier a non-fishing pier. But, the island is there, and until Mother Nature changes it, it'll be there for access, and it's a long walk. It's a beautiful walk out there, though, but it's still there and still available.
Yeah, one of the things I would recommend for people, that's a pristine walk, and there's a lot of beautiful flowers and birds and stuff out there, and you very rarely can walk out to an island like that, and it's completely connected. But the one thing that was kind of interesting is that you had the sign still up on the pier that says no jet skis within 500 feet of the pier. Yeah. I don't think that's a problem anymore.
Not a problem anymore, no. Actually, the fishing pier is owned and operated by the Dauphin Island Park and Beach Board. They have the public beach there, there's the fort and Cadillac Square, so they're another entity on the island that owns all that and operates it, and they do a good job. But one of the issues you mentioned with the birding and all that out on the Sand Island or the Pelican Island, that is a concern of the local bird community, is because now that people and predators have more access to that area, can do damage, more harm to the birds that are nesting out there. So that's the flip side of all this. But for us human access, it's there, and people really make use of it, and it's a beautiful area out there.
Yeah, it's really nice. Well, have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much for your phone call. Well, we are running out of time here rather quickly. It's been a pleasure to meet you and have you in on the show. And again, what was you mentioned this deal for the golf course?
Yeah, we've got for 2011 for the whole year, it's $300 for an individual, extra $100 for any dependent, and that gives them unlimited greens fees for the whole year. And when they come to play, all they got to do is pay the cart fee. So it's a good opportunity there. Also, we've got a tournament coming up, a 3-person scramble on January the 22nd at 11 a.m. We've only got a few spots left. It's just $30 a head, and we're going to feed them lunch and dinner and beer in between. So it's a great tournament, and we'll enjoy having anybody come play in it.
Is the golf course available on the internet?
Yes, it is. It's DIPOA10 at CenturyLink.net.
All right. Thank you very much. Mayor, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.